This is medical reporter Arun Bangarappa. Hi, welcome to the World Homeopathy Day. We have a special program for you today. We are with Dr. Bharadwaz, CEO and Chief Doctor at Fidicus Homeopathy, who is a renowned homeopathy doctor who has dedicated their life to helping the people for health concerns. Welcome you, sir, on this special day.
Thank you. First of all, happy Homeopathy Day to everyone.
We know that every day is special. So generally we are celebrating festival or any day. There is some reasons behind in that. But we want to know what exactly on particularly April 10th only we are celebrating the homeopathy day.
Right. Yeah.
So
There is a very big reason and very interesting story for this. So, homeopathy was originated in Germany and it was invented by a German allopathy doctor. He was MD in allopathy. He was fed up of the side effects caused by the allopathy medicine. So, he wanted to invent a new medicine so that there are no side effects. He was Christian Frederick Samuel Hahnemann. He was born on 10th April 1755. So we celebrate every year on his birthday as World Homeopathic Day, and he is also called as Father of Homeopathy. There is a very interesting story behind this. So once what happened was previously when there was malaria was treated with chincona bark. Chincona is a plant where the bark of the plant is taken out, a decoction is made out of it, and patients are given that decoction so that malaria is reduced. Hahnemann got a doubt why malaria is reduced by chincona decoction. He was healthy, he did not have any malaria, but he took that decoction. Surprisingly, what he found was whatever the symptoms malaria was producing, same symptoms this chincona bark decoction has produced. Symptoms like high fever with chills, headache, nausea, vomiting, all these are the common symptoms of malaria. Same symptoms are produced by chincona bark when he took the decoction. Then he found out that the principle that is similia similibus curenter, it means similar cures similar. So in this case, what is similar? When we take a medicine that has the capacity to produce similar symptoms in any disease, that disease is going to be cured. That's what he named as similia similibus curenter. He did this experiment in 1796. So 1796 is considered as birth of homeopathy. And one more important thing to remember about him is he wrote a book. That book is Organon of Medicine. There are two parts to it. One is a theoretical part and a practical part. Some part of the book is good, some part of book is not good. So it has done lot of damage to homeopathy going further. So we will discuss completely about that book in future as well.
okay, thank you. And recently I have seen in somewhere so homeopathy can cure all the diseases. Then how it is possible? What are the main source for the homeopathy medicines?
Right. So Arun was asking that what are the sources for homeopathic medicines, from which material homeopathic medicines are made. Homeopathic medicines are made from plants, from animals, from plants and animals. It can be made from whole animal or from whole plant or any part of the plant or any part of the animal including human being, and also diseased part of the plant or also diseased part of the human being. If someone is suffering from thyroid, we can take that thyroid gland and make a medicine. And also there are a lot of medicines that we have taken from allopathy and also ayurveda, and we have converted them into homeopathic dilutions. We will look deeply what homeopathic dilutions are, but we can convert allopathy drugs or ayurvedic drugs or any other system of drugs, or for that matter any material, into homeopathic medicine. And homeopathic medicines are also made of radiations such as x-ray or lunar eclipse or solar eclipse. We can make different types of medicines from radiation or energy sources as well in homeopathy.
We have seen different type of medicines in the market. If you go for allopathy and if you go for the Ayurveda, the medicines are different and the size of the capsules or somewhere that something that shows the different indications. But if you come to the homeopathy, the medicines are little like in a globules like structures. How these medicines are made? What is the main reason behind in this in that the procedures?
Right. So homeopathic medicines are have a special way of making. So they are made specially. So the nanotechnology which allopathy guys are using for especially for cancer treatment, this has been used by homeopathy doctors since 200 years. So it is a very special way of making medicines. It has two process. One is trituration and succussion, and placing the medicines in silicon container. So this produces nanoparticles. When the medicine is taken, crude medicine is taken and rubbed in a vessel by adding lactose, it produces some nanoparticles. When this lactose powder is taken into aqua alcoholic solution and succus means beating against the hot surface. When we beat against the hot surface, froth flotation is done. When the froth flotation has happened, and we transfer this medicine into a silicon container, one more layer of mesoporous silicon coat is formed around the medicine. So finally, homeopathic nanoparticle is an active ingredient in the middle, surrounded by lactose coat. On top of it, it is surrounded by mesoporous silicon coat. This is the homeopathic nanoparticle. All the main backbone of homeopathic medicines, we call them as dilutions. Mostly dilutions contain these nanoparticles. Not only the nanoparticles, and also some of the homeopathic medicines like mother tinctures or some tablets also contain crude form of medicine, but that is those are the secondary medicine. The primary medicines are dilutions for which we use nanotechnology. And the nanoparticles are very important. These are well defined. Each nanoparticle is around 5 nanometers in length, and the concentration of nanoparticles within dilution is also measurable. It is up to 100 to few thousand picograms per ml. So this is the concentration of these nanoparticles within homeopathic dilution. So finally, homeopathic medicines either contain crude medicine or nanoparticles in different dosage forms. They will occur either in nanoparticles or in crude medicine.
If you come to the any form of medicines, especially in allopathy, they're having some syrups or some suspensions, and the dosage form is totally completely different. And I also seen in the some of the homeopathy patients, those who are referring the homeopathy, their dosage is also very different. So can you explain what is the forms of dosages?
Yeah, there are different dosage forms in homeopathy. First and main important one is dilution. Dilution is a liquid form. We take in drops and put it on globules. That is one dosage form. Next one is a tablet. We use tablets, and we also have powders. We also have mother tinctures. Mother tinctures means these are aqua alcoholic solutions of the crude medicine. And also we have ointments. We have drops. Recently syrups are made. And also in India, not in India, but in other countries, in some of the countries, even homeopathic injections are available as well. So homeopathy has a wide variety of dosage forms which is suitable to different ages, different genders. Kids can have or adults can have. Even for coma patients, we can use these medicines in a particular dosage form.
If you come to the dosage only, we have seen that in the allopathy, they're applying some different forms, and the application is somewhat different compared to the homeopathy. How you are going to apply the dosage in homeopathy?
Yeah, basically in the dosage in homeopathy, especially for dilutions, we call them as potency. Potency is the amount of dilution, the number of nanoparticles present in ml of medicine. For example, normally we discuss about three types of potencies. We call them as low potencies, medium potencies, and higher potencies. Low potencies will have large number of nanoparticles. Medium potencies will have medium number, and higher potencies will have low number of nanoparticles compared to medium and low. So how do we use them? When there is a physical change in a body, when there is an injury or a change in the structure of the body, we use lower potencies. When there is a functional change in the sense, so your digestive system is not working properly, your hormones are not working properly, these are all comes under physiological function. When there is derangement in physiological function, we go with medium potencies. And when we use higher potencies is for mental symptoms, when the patient is having depression or anxiety or bipolar mood disorder, suicidal tendencies, any psychological symptoms, we use higher potencies. The only difference between lower potency, medium potency, and higher potency is the concentration of nanoparticles. In lower potencies, the concentration of nanoparticles is high compared to medium. The concentration in higher potencies less compared to medium potencies.
Can you explain if you some few points regarding that homeopathy organ and medicines
Yeah,
book?
yeah. Homeopathy has an important book written by our master, Christian Frederick Samuel Hahnemann. We call it as Organon of Medicine. There are two parts to it. This is purely my opinion. There are two parts to it. One is practical part and one is theoretical part. Practical part is very good, and theoretical part, it has to be thrown into dustbin. I will let you know the reasons. Practical part discuss about how to select a medicine. Once you select a medicine, how to select the potency of the medicine, and how to repeat the medicine, and also how to change the medicine when it is not working, or how to stop the medicine once the cure is done. And also there are details like intercurrent medicine. There are some special medicines you have to use while treatment, about those medicines. Finally, the practical part contains how to cure a patient, how to prevent a disease, and also how to palliate a disease when the cure is not possible. And coming to theoretical part, it is the most controversial part, and it's all garbage. So at that time there was no technology to prove how homeopathic medicines works, or what exactly is there in the homeopathic medicine. So they use different terms like vital force. Human being will have a vital force. When there is a shift in the vital force from left to right, uh, the human being will have a disease. Our homeopathic medicines or dynamic medicines, they don't have any material medicine in that. It is all wrong. It is completely proved they have material medicine. So this book is complete of that useless things which were discussed 200 years ago, where there was no technology. But practical part is very good in this book, but theoretical part, especially how the homeopathic medicines work, and how what exactly homeopathy medicines contain, these are all garbage within the book.
In medical field especially, doctor advises to take the medicines in a particular format, means scientific reason is there, but still people will not believing that why that homeopathy has no scientific
Yeah, most of the
regarding.
people still say that homeopathy is not scientific because they are not aware of advancements that have done in homeopathy for the last, especially for the last 5 years. Last 5 years is the golden era of homeopathy, we can say, because a lot of renowned institutes has done research on homeopathic medicines, and they have given uh, homeopathy is scientific. We will look into two parts. See, basically, most of the people were opposing homeopathy, and they were saying that homeopathy is not scientific because two reasons. One is they say that homeopathic medicine doesn't have any active ingredient, and next one is they don't know how homeopathic medicines work. So these are two controversies. Let's take first one is normally they say that homeopathic medicines doesn't have any active ingredient. That is wrong. It is proved by Dr. Ballare from IIT Mumbai. Even the structure of nanoparticles of homeopathy is revealed. See, homeopathic medicines contain nanoparticles. These nanoparticles contain the active ingredient in the middle, surrounded by lactose coat. On top of it, it is surrounded by mesoporous silicon coat. This is the homeopathic nanoparticle. Even the size of this nanoparticle is established. It is around 5 nanometers. So that's the reason we call them as nanoparticles. And the concentration is also determined. The concentration per ml is around 100 to few thousand picogram. This is completely established scientifically, proved with the electron microscope and other things as well. This is the first controversy, and that is proved wrong. And homeopathy has won in that. Homeopathy medicines have materialistic basics, and they are going to work. And the second thing is, see, any medicine has to have pharmacokinetic and pharmacodynamic principles, but for homeopathic medicines, pharmacokinetic and pharmacodynamic principles were not established. Homeopathy is a evidence based medicine. For example, a patient came with the cancer, you have given homeopathic medicines, so cancer is cured. Or he has migraine, we have given homeopathic medicine, migraine is cured. There is plenty of evidence, both clinical trials, randomized trials, open label trials, blinded trials, double dummy trials. A variety of trials are done on homeopathic medicines, and they already proved that homeopathic medicine is a evidence based system. The lacking part of homeopathy in this is two things. One is pharmacokinetics and pharmacodynamics. What is pharmacokinetics? Pharmacokinetics is any substance you take into the body, it has to be absorbed, okay, into the body. It has to be distributed. Once it goes into the body, it has to be distributed in the body. After distribution, it has to be metabolized. Metabolized means it has to undergo some changes, and finally it has to be eliminated. So these principles are not established for homeopathic medicines yet. There is research is going on, but as of now, we don't have this information. This is pharmacokinetic information. Next, pharmacodynamic information. Pharmacodynamic information is how the medicine is going and working in the human body. There is no evidence for it. So there is good evidence. Recently it has come, we will discuss that also. Till now, but it is not completely established. So once the medicine goes into the body, so is it going to what type of reaction? So is it oxidation reaction, reduction reaction, or is it going to go and attach to any of the receptors? How, what is the mechanism of action of homeopathic medicines is not fully established, but there is plenty of evidence. Again, this is done by Professor Ballare at IIT Mumbai. So he proved that homeopathic medicines works on the principle of hormesis. Principle of hormesis says any substance in the world, you take any substance, this is applicable for all the substance in the world. In higher quantities, it will kill a biological activity. In medium quantities, it inhibit a biological activity. In lower quantities, it stimulates a biological activity. For example, take snake venom. Snake venom in higher quantities, it kills a person. In medium quantities, it will not kill a person, but it will definitely cause some permanent disability. Maybe he will lose his leg or he will lose his hand, something like that. When the venom is taken, converted into homeopathic nanoparticles and given to a person, it acts like an excellent medicine. In lower quantities, these medicines, these poisons will have, in lower quantities, these poisons will act like excellent medicine. That is called principle of hormesis. In the same way, homeopathic medicines work on the principle of hormesis. It is repeatedly proved by reputed organizations in India. So now these scientific community or recent advancements in homeopathy, they still think that homeopathy is not scientific, and without knowing the reason or without knowing the latest advancement, they still argue about the greatest homeopathic science and medicine.
Nowadays, people generally prefer the medicines without any side effects. So
Right.
whenever I met any homeopathy doctor, so generally what they say is, so our medicines don't have any side effects. Why the homeopathy medicines are no side effects?
Yeah. Homeopathic medicines do not have side effects because of two reasons. First reason, so you take Ayurveda, allopathy, any other system of medicine, there they give the medicines in few grams or milligrams. But in homeopathy, we give medicine in picograms, few hundred to thousand picograms. It is very low dose. That's the reason homeopathic medicines does not have side effects. And next reason is homeopathic medicines are nanoparticles. These nanoparticles, when given into a human being, they will go and act only in the target. There is no off targeting. Wherever there is disease, these go and act. They will not go to some other part of the body and produce side effects. That's the reason. These are the two reasons. First one, the medicine we give is very low quantity, and there is no off targeting in homeopathy. There is only targeting in homeopathy. That's the reason homeopathic medicines will not have side effects.
For the present situations, people only prefer the quality of the medicines, means in terms of purity and how it is going to be manufactured, and whether it is going to be effectively properly or not. So, but in homeopathy, why the medicines are very effective?
Yeah, homeopathic medicines are effective because homeopathy works on the principle of hormesis. So, principle of hormesis says any substance in the world you take in higher quantities, it will kill a biological activity. In medium quantities, it inhibits a biological activity. In lower quantities, it stimulates the biological activity. Principle of hormesis is very powerful phenomena. So homeopathy medicines works on the principle of hormesis. That's the reason homeopathy medicines have the capacity to cure. When you have a disease, so it can completely cure a disease, and also it has the capacity to prevent the disease from occurring again and again. It can prevent a disease, and also it can palliate a disease when there is severe structural change, when there is severe changes in the body. At the time when cure or prevention is not possible, we can palliate the symptoms and give relief to the patient. So this is all because of the principle of hormesis on which homeopathic medicines work.
You already said that the homeopathy is safe and homeopathy is effective. Homeopathies don't have any side effects. In spite of all these things also, the why the some of the medias will generally attack the homeopathy regarding the medicines and allopathic doctor, and also the pharma companies also going to be some making some issues regarding the medicines.
Yeah,
What's the reason behind this?
yeah. There are three main characters of homeopathic medicine. Homeopathic medicines are safe, homeopathic medicines are effective, and the third reason is homeopathic medicines are affordable. That is the reason homeopathy always gets attacked. So when you get treated with homeopathy, so you will be get treated with very low cost. That is the reason homeopathy always get attacked. So this is putting a dent to the revenue of allopathy doctors or corporate hospitals, and also to uh, corporate pharma companies. So once people start using homeopathic medicines, so their revenue will be lost. That's the reason they always attack. Take allopathic pharma companies. If they invent any new medicine, they will be given patent rights to that medicine for 8 to 10 years. It means no other company can make that medicine and sell it to the public. So they can make the medicine, they have monopoly over it, and they can give they can sell it to the amount for which they want. So there is no limit on it. But in homeopathy, there are no patent rights. If any pharma company makes, or any person makes a homeopathic medicine, no one will be given patent rights. So any company or all the pharma companies can make the medicine, so that there will be competition among them, and there will be reduced price for homeopathic medicines, and that is useful to the general public and the poor people. So as this concept is not liked by corporate pharma companies, they always blame homeopathy, or they always spill venom against the homeopathy. And coming to the corporate hospitals, see, just take an example. If a patient is suffering from kidney stones, so if you go to corporate hospital, you have to spend at least 3 to 4 lakhs. But in homeopathy, without surgery, without any side effects, you can treat it with very much lower price compared to allopathic corporate hospitals. That is the reason these allopathy doctors and all corporate hospitals are spilling venom against homeopathy. The only reason is homeopathy is putting a dent in their financial growth. That's the reason they don't like homeopathy.
Thank you, sir. Actually, on this day, we have got a valuable information from your side. Sir, thank you for joining us, and you have suggested the valuable information with us, and your valuable time.
Yeah.
Uh,
Thanks, Arun, and thanks everyone. So once again, happy World Homeopathic Day. We are going to celebrate Homeopathic Day on 10th April in remembrance of Christian Frederick Samuel Hahnemann. He is the father of homeopathy. Thank you.